And so the idea is that, in fact, I read an article to highlight the point that certain insurance companies just decided that in order to save money, they were going to deny every claim on its face and make the attorneys go to court, or at least threaten to make the attorneys go to court, because they thought that if they fought every single one, some attorneys would just give up.
Right, and you see that happening. You know, you see a lot of insurance companies not wanting to pay a fair amount, and which forces us to go to court. And you know, and there are some firms that aren't willing to do that. You know, ours will. I mean, we probably at any one time we have over 150 cases in litigation. So, you know, 85% of the cases settled, but you still have to take every case with the idea that it may go to court one day, because that's the only way you can hold the insurance company accountable.
Does the insurance company ever say that they are going to pay a fair amount, and then as soon as an attorney is involved, they then put on the brakes and say, no, we're no longer? I mean, I think that's what people are afraid of, that they would get treated fairly. Once they call the attorney, then the insurance company becomes the combatant or the enemy.
Well, I think it's the other way around. Mostly, I think they want to pay something that's not fair, until an attorney gets involved, because then they know I'm protecting my client's interests. I can tell the adjuster, look, you know, you've offered this, but what about the pain and suffering? You know, what about the future medical bills? What about the scarring? What about the lost wages? Okay, some things that the average person who gets in an accident doesn't think about, it doesn't even know to claim.
So then you're telling me that there's not a case that you've had where an insurance company has made an offer to a person before they engaged your services, and then you ended up getting them less money than that?
No, I don't think that's ever happened. Okay, I can't imagine that happening. And why would I have a client come to me and be penalized by hiring me? Okay, that's just we make it a policy in our firm never take more than the client. We want the client to be treated fairly, whether it's by the insurance company or by us.
Right, and of course, you and I both know that from being in this world, but I think that the average person, that must be a fear. It must be that, listen, the insurance company is offering me enough to get halfway to work, and is offering me enough to get some Band-Aids and a little bit of
we have clients call and say, oh, the adjuster said, well, why do you want to give an attorney a third of your money? You know, they say some things that try to discourage people from getting us, because they know, as their own studies have shown, that somebody represented by a qualified attorney gets more money, and that's the only thing I can get for them. You know, in the civil cases, we can't give them back their health. We can't take away that inconvenience of, having, a good car. Now they don't have any car, or they got to have a car payment, for being in pain, not being able to sleep, taking medication, all these things.
Yeah, I think I speak for most of my listeners when I say that money is okay to be given. If that's, justice really comes from either giving me back what I lost, so you can't undo an accident.
Right.
You can't undo the damage or the hurt. But you sure can compensate people.
Yeah, and people just want to be treated fairly. That's all you want. You want to be treated fairly.
And just because a person is smiling doesn't mean that they're treating you fairly, right? That's
exactly right.